Mark Clark. I'm the editor of the Inside and Out magazine, and there's some copies here available. Tell you one at this one. Basically, what I have been doing is doing two versions. One for offenders, or sorry, service users and ex-service users, and also another one for criminal justice staff, probation staff, prison staff, courts, police, etc., etc. But I'm getting a little bit more busy now, so I'm going to concentrate on the offender version, but hopefully still make it available to criminal justice staff as well. But what I'm hoping to do is, I'll just briefly explain what INAMAG is all about. INAMAG focuses on those who have been to prison, but are choosing a life away from crime and offending behaviour. It showcases how individuals are achieving re-entry and contribution to the community known as the outside, as well as covering work produced and experiences gained on the inside, hence why it's called Inside and Out. The magazine also covers issues of debate within the criminal justice system and offers service users links and information about other charities, public sector services and organisations that ex-offenders use and I find useful in their rehabilitative efforts. The INAMAG seeks to be an independent platform for those who are on both sides of the prison walls to share experiences with the ideal of providing better understanding between parties. The project also provides ex-service users with volunteering opportunities during which they can add to their skills and experience in the workplace. It's also a first step towards a rehabilitative pathway for gaining employment. Now, Carrie, I thank you for inviting me and giving me these notes here from the last session, which I found quite interesting. But I want to pick out some points where I feel that INAMAG can actually help LRPT and its users, basically. One is basically support. It said support people to access services. Well, although it's quite late in the day and it's an addition, so ROOP aren't exactly all the ROOP providers aren't aware of it, is that INAMAG is closely linked with the library service, which runs the prison library at Leicester Prison. And it's an idea that we can actually, when an offender gets released, a library card will be sent automatically to the offender manager. Well, at that point, an appointment could be made, should that offender choose to, where an INAMAG representative, either myself, Will, or somebody else within the team, can actually sort of take that person to the library or arrange to meet them, whether it be at Cobden Street or whether it be out in the city centre or wherever, or outside the library itself. Because we will all be inducted, so we know all of the services of the library, we're well known to the library, and it just sort of will enhance the sense of calm, basically. It could be quite intimidating to go to a place like that and be intimidated by. They don't want staff because they have it with offender managers, they may have it with police officers, they may have it with other members of mental health team or whatever. But if they actually have somebody who is aware of their circumstances, who understands the library but not actually a member of staff of the library service, then it might make them feel a bit more relaxed and wanting to use that service. So that's where one of the things I want to get involved in INAMAG to get involved with. Other things is that it could be all sorts. I'm open to thoughts and ideas on this, basically. So my business cards are there, so if anyone wants to take them and come back to me at a later date, then that's fine. The next point is peer mentoring. Well, that's self-explanatory. All the people within my team at INAMAG are all been in contact with the criminal justice system. I was a service user 4 years ago. So I feel that we have a place to play. Increased drop-ins, open access. Well, INAMAG actually belongs to an organisation called Citizens Eye, which is a community media hub. It has 20 different news agencies, INAMAG being one of those agencies. It was the only organisation that actually decided that they were going to trust me and allow me into their organisation. I've been to all sorts of places other than that, but John Costa, who's an ex-offender himself, was the only person willing to give me a chance. And I know for a fact that both Mag and Citizen Eye as a whole would be only too keen to actually sort of bring other people, other service users in. And which I'm talking on a personal basis here, is enhance my self-esteem, it's given me new skills, I met new people, I've never met Carrie through it, never met any of these guys here in front of it. Believe me, it's a very good thing and a very positive thing. Broader range of programs. Well, I'm actually in talks with, for a meeting I had a couple of weeks ago, with Clive Anderson, who's the head of skills and learning at the prison. We're going to be talking about, he's committed, we're just in talks at this stage, but he's committed to actually providing workshops. What those workshops will be exactly is yet to be determined. But what I'm hoping to do is I've already written workshops, 10-week sessions for 2 hours a week on interpersonal skills, effective communication, and self-esteem issues. I've already done that, hoping to take that into the prison. There's no reason why that can't be taken out by LRPT if I so wish. And there's other things that we have every Tuesday. Normally I'll be there now, we're just finishing now, is we have a community media cafe, first of all, but then we go on to the BBC, Radio BBC, Leicester, and we have workshops on photography, we have workshops on computer skills, we have workshops on social media. Absolutely no reason. I would love to, the idea of actually setting something up with somebody on that one. Not quite lastly, support when orders come to an end. Well, I've already said it, basically, I've reiterated it, basically, Citizen Eye and Mag. What I'm hoping to set up is some terms with pilot at the local prison, and basically, so when they come out, they have 6 months working for Iron Mag, who works here in Leicester, and I'm hoping to take it out UK-wide. Communication, what LRPT offers. To communicate what LRPT offers the use of digital media. Well, this is in my discussion which I had with Carrie last week, is that apparently it's one of the downfalls, and it isn't any large organisation anyway, is that there's a lack of communication between departments, between areas, etc., etc. Well, Mag already does it. I've been doing it for 3 years now. This is the first professionally printed one, and there is a few errors in it, but we're getting there. So basically what I'm wanting to do is actually work with Carrie and any department within the LRPT to enhance communication and to get what you're doing, because you're doing some fantastic stuff, but I didn't know nothing about it. And and service users don't know nothing about it. It needs to get out there. Need to let people know that these services are out there available to them. And if I can play a part in that, then I'm only too keen to do so. Now, lastly, keep supporting people who want to make a positive change to their life. Well, as I've already said, reiterate once again, is basically Mag is and Citizen Eye are only too keen to actually help and work with people that want to help themselves. That is the key thing. If you want to help yourself to move on in life, move away from the offending behaviour, then we're only too keen to talk to you and to work with you and to help you get along in life. So I'll close by basically saying that if anyone in this room, and I am keen in joining your groups and everything else, So, and also in the corner there as well. Basically, let me know.
I think when I met with Mark, because one of the things that we've discussed a number of times at this meeting is how to communicate what's going on, and we've got the service user news within CJDT, the Sun, which is great, and I think the Quality of Life is going to have its own newspaper as well. Is that?
Yeah, it's called Independent.
Be independent rather than me independent.
We've got local service users and staff.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've got that within that field, but we haven't got anything more generally, you know, for the service. And obviously the magazine that Mark does, and which is handed out, is a national magazine. So that goes into, is it 26 prisons and 29 prisons and around different probation trusts, and it's about the big sort of issues that are going on, and letting people know generally what's out there. I mean, you could do an article about Leicestershire and Rutland and our approach to service user involvement, couldn't you? Which would
there's
you know,
a lot of things that I've actually found out today, and I'd love to hear about the health workers.
Yeah, things like that.
Not only as a service, but also your own experiences and everything else, and how you'll move forward. Because that will sort of, oh no, well, if I can do that, I can do that as well.
Yes, and that can be quite inspiring for people to read. So that's one way. But then also, Mark said he would be interested in maybe looking at putting together a pamphlet or something that is specifically about LRPT, because obviously, you know, not everyone in the country is going to be really interested in all the sort of, you know, things that we're doing. But some of the stuff they'll be interested in, but some stuff it won't be so interesting. So it would be good to have something that was more local, and Mark thinks that we could work together with us on that.
Yeah.
You know,
because whilst I do the UK one I want, so hence why Will's here, is we'll be heading up the local
one, you see? So we've got, that's all right. No, thank you. We're done. Thank you.
It also feeds into